Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smith in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker, and we got a little bit of a messy tape. SPY's up 16 cents. So what does that tell us? Because we're coming in to the end of the month, right? And so at the end of the month, I do a macro video where we talk about what's going on the quarterly and yearly charts. And let me write this down here real quick. And so when you're looking at the monthly here in the SPY, we're much closer to taking out the monthly high, all right, than we are the low. So if you're like me, you get a lot of BS emails about how the market's going to crash and all that kind of stuff, or billionaires are selling their stock. Yeah, that would have to change. You'd have to take this out, right, this low here, and that's 404, I believe. Let me get my spectacles. 404 even. You're nowhere near doing that. So right now we're closer to taking out the monthly highs coming into a new month, right? So for right now, we're still watching the inside week here above 418.20, right? So what you have when you get a choppy tape like this is you can see that we're in conflict. We're lower than we opened today, right? Now if you can take that out, right, then we go back into full time frame continuity to the upside, then we can start talking about these guys. So what you're going to see here on this 60 SPY here, lower left, you're going to see this, keep them on as broadening formation like that, higher high. You're going to see this lower low. So this is your 60-minute broadening formation right now. So for the next hour, if we're going to recover, this is a 2 down by taking out the previous low, all right? So you'd want to take this out, 419.43 in the next hour if we're going to really start coming back up. And as always, I like to go through all the broader averages to see where the strength and weakness is. So you can see the SPY conflict. If you go to QQQ, see very similar here. Taking this out, taking that up. How are we going to get outside of this? Now for the next hour, if the Qs are going to recover, you'd want to take this out. 332.86. You're there right now trying. Once again, conflict. You've got the inside week to the upside. We're backing off on the daily, still red, but still green on the week, right? And red on the month. So you got conflict all over the place, and that's when you get this chop shop where a lot of times, like this morning, I'm calling off a lot of trades and be like, hold on, let's figure out what they're doing here, right? So if we go to the Dow Jones Diamonds, and the diamonds, a little better. We had an outside bar here, right? And so this, let me see what this low is, 343.05. So just a half penny higher than that. So what that tells me is here, a micro bit stronger than the other ones. And my broadening formation looks like that. Now how are you going to get outside of this in the next hour is what I'd want to know. Still looking to see if we can take this out on the week, the 345.12, right? So on the opening, didn't quite do it. So still need that to take this because this is an outside week. Pokes down. So here, for the rest of the week, still watching 345.12, right? If you can take that out for the Dow Jones Diamonds. So another thing we're always looking for is sector rotation. What are they doing, right? So we've got a lot of conflict in there too. And what I mean by that is that you'll have some stocks in the same sector, some going up, some going down. The one discernible sector to the upside is going to be home builders. We had a home building number this morning, XHB. And you can see that's an inside day to the upside. I talked about that in my nightly video because yesterday when we opened up and traded higher, that we still had a lot of inside days and sectors that hadn't done anything as yet. So right now you got an inside day to the upside, XHB. That tells you to look at ITB. Right? And then you can go in there and see who that is because Home Depot's in there. But Home Depot's not the one. So you're going to see stuff like Toll Brothers. TOL here, inside day to the upside, going after the week. You see this is a 2 down, back into an old outside bar. That's good, right? Doji on the month, that's no good. But for the rest of the week, Toll Brothers over 62.74 has my attention. And it was triggered by the inside day, you see? So if you go to DHI, DHI's got some more distance here to take that week. So you can see a little bit of a difference here. Still an inside week, but you did get your inside day to the upside. LGIH. And LGIH just took an inside 60 to the upside, directionally up, after the inside day to the upside. And now you can see getting closer to that week here. So this gets more of my attention over 174.87. You're getting there, almost there. If you go to KBH, KBH, a little different, but this is another setup that we look for here. The 2 down, 2-2 reversal. These two become an outside bar of that. And that's how you gauge magnitude, properly gauge magnitude. So you can see here on the 60, ticks out the previous high, takes out the previous low. Now, if you can take this out, you can get my attention the next hour over 45.73. All right? Okay. So if we go to, let's take a look at gold. And gold also an inside day to the upside. We're looking for that, to see either side of that, start off the week. Because when you have an inside day on a Monday, that means the weekly hasn't been decided yet. Right? There's been no decision. But you come into Tuesday and you got an inside day to the upside, that's going to give you your continuity on your week. We already know it's green on the month. So gold, and of course you can watch like the J Nugger and all that kind of fun. J Nugger got a little trapped here in the morning, but we'll see how it gets out of here. Call that a mother bar problem. All right, how are you going to get out of this range? So you have your inside, pokes down, right, and there's your reversal to try and come and take this thing out here. We'll see in the next hour. J Nug. If we go to Gap or TAL, and TAL gets up, and we call this Momo Hammer, right? So it was still an inside day at that time, but anybody who got short in here, I thought it was going to roll down, and then it pokes back up, boom, trap them right there, and we're looking to take this out, right? Because we got a lower low and then the higher high. These bars become an outside bar of this stuff, right? Over 41.48, right? You made it. So the question is here on the daily, the 2-2 reversal, 2 down, 2 up. And so you want to stay above that 41.48. If you can stay up above that, you're right there right now. But any signal above that, I want to know about. So we'll see if that continues. If we go to Coinbase. And Coinbase, let's see, we're an inside day. 223.90. 224, yeah. So it was an inside day to the upside. Coinbase, not really blasting off, but you know, in this environment, we're looking for whatever we can find here, since things are a little slow. If we go to the weekly, you're going to see it's nowhere near taking out the week. So a lot of these things, we want to be able to take out the week because it's 2 down in the month. That's a problem. But on any given day, when you have, like I said, an inside day on a Monday, that's going to give you continuity on your weekly when you takes it out. If we go to Rita, and Rita continuing, remember we had that on the gap list here, and if let's say that you got that on the gap list, and this has been real nice here, if you go to the 60, see that inside 60 here, all right, that was from yesterday, inside 60, right there, still going, another inside 60, still going, stop them out here, right, with the lower low, but if you're already in from here, you can just move your stop up to the low of the day if you're going to swing this thing and say, I'm just going to let this thing keep going. Because we got some more highs to take out up into here on your weekly after this 2-2 reversal on the week here. Still going is Rita. If we go to TGLS. And TGLS, inside day on a Monday. All right, something you'd want to know about. Tiz. Boom, there you go, and off she goes. Nice long green monther. You're going into new highs, so that's exhaustion risk. So when it takes out this inside day, we're just looking to take out these guys, and these guys, which it did. All right, and then we can expect it to stall out, and we can see if that sets up again. If we go to SNPS, and SNPS, another thing you want to look for on a Tuesday is anything that was up and then up again, or down and down again, because that means you had buyers on a Monday and they came back on Tuesday. That's something I'd want to know about. So taking out last week's highs, coming back through a previous range, setting up the hammer on the month, right? You're much closer to taking out that monthly high. That's what I want to know about coming into a new month. If we go to John Deere, and John Deere, just inside day up, hasn't gotten out of this mother bar yet. Handily an inside week, so we'd be aware of that. The outside month, so that's triangle, so he stalls out a little bit here because it can't get out of here, so we'll see if that sets up again or not. If we go to Abbott Labs, inside day on a Monday, takes it up, and what that's going to try and trigger here is the 2-2 weekly reversal up over 118.94. 95. You're sitting there right now, so we'll see if we can get up there. Stalling out on the 60 just a bit. All right, these broader averages stalling out on the new 60. Remember, we're always watching the new 60. What's this new 60 doing? So far, nothing. All right, there's like I said, a lot of conflict. People getting chewed up in the morning and they just kind of throw in the towel. If you go to GameStop, for them apes inside on the 60 right now, had a nice little morning off of this. And people ask me this question all the time: does this inside 60 on the close matter? I'm like, it does. You can take it as soon as it took that right there. 181.27. As soon as that took that out, you can take it, and boom, off she goes into the recent highs. Apes also watching AMC there in the Reddit, just stalling out a tad here after hitting magnitude, and you're going to see this. The lower low and the higher high. So once it gets up there, then we're exhaustion risk, because these are an outside bar of all that, you see? So we'll see if that keeps going and sets up again. Right now going 60 down. So after another hour, if you can take this high out, that would get my attention. 1452. If we go to MVIS, and MVIS not doing too much, but potential outside week, handily inside month, but we know this thing can move around a bit as it's been consolidating in here for a while, but you had your outside day on a Monday. That's your broadening formation, and then takes it out. So we'll see if anything more comes of MVIS. Go to SQ. SQ, once again, outside day on a Monday to the upside, and then continuation. That's good, because on here, you've got your 2 down, 2 up week over 209.73, so we can keep an eye on that for the rest of the week. On the downside, we knew about this yesterday, IBB. Down yesterday, down again. Still handily inside week, but that's certainly where the weakness is. GILD here, taking the 2-2 week reversal to the downside. Down on a Monday, down on a Tuesday, you got sellers in there, and down she goes. If you go to Amgen also having problems, taking out last week's lows. Down on a Monday, down on a Tuesday, you got sellers in there, boy. BIIB. Inside day down on a Monday, continuation on a Tuesday, you got sellers in there. Trying to take this week out here, 2-2 week to the downside below 276.06. If you go to SGen, and SGen slightly down on the Monday, it's still handily inside week, but you can see now here in the 60. Once you identify the week group, then you can go down inside 60, down again, SGen. VRTX been doing nothing forever, as you can see this, but down on a Monday, down on a Tuesday, we got sellers, and they're going to go after this 60 here for the next hour below 208. It's there right now. If we go to MU, and MU, yeah, you had some problems there, and that was a reversal because things were looking bright and shiny there for the old semis, and then MU takes it down. Inside on the 60 right now, we'll see if that closes out again and goes take any more pain and suffering. We also had some energy weakness, XLE, slightly taking out yesterday's lows, right? OIH. Not totally getting killed, but we had a little bit of weakness over there. Let's see how's EOG doing. Like at our big boys, yeah, not really getting killed, but slight weakness and going after last week's lows. That's always something you want to know about. And that's going to be below 78.71, just kind of flirting with that. We'll see how that goes. If we go to UPST, and UPST we're watching yesterday to see if this would be an outside day, right? It just ran out of time. So we call this a compound 3. These 2 bars are an outside bar of that. So we got what we were looking for. The question is, does it continue to weaken? Because reversed on a Monday, and that reversal is still in force on a Tuesday. If you go to McKesson, 2 down on a Monday, down on a Tuesday, still an inside weaker, so we'll see. It pokes up a little bit on that 60, but we want to see if these 2 can break to the downside in the next hour or so. Market drying up just a tad, and we got DY. DY on a gapper, just trying to gap and go here a bit. You can see that inside month poked up a little bit, then 1 bar rev strat to the downside, getting hit. Hit on a Monday, gap on a Tuesday, and so DY still having some issues. We'll see if that sets up again. LGIH goes to the highs as I speak. We also had a little weakness in XLU. in the Utes, but now firming up just a tad. And you can see this, once again, that compound 3 on the daily. It was a 2 up yesterday, but backed off. Would have been an outside bar, just ran out of time. These two become an outside bar of these two. You see? So we'll see if that continues. But be careful. Choppy tape. A lot of things mixed up in here. Like I said, keeping an eye on these 60 spies to see what goes on with this, right? That'll tell you whether we're going to be looking for our strength or our weakness. Coinbase going to the highs as I speak. Well, I'm running out of time again, but that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith. This is Black Channel here at Ticker Tacker with Strat Time Report.